And so what I want you to think first is, what kind of person must they be? And what are the things that they must be doing to get that body? Because once you start thinking of it in that way, you will soon realize that you can duplicate that. Have you ever seen people with really attractive bodies and just felt as if it was unattainable for you? Today, I'm going to be talking to the skinny people out there. And guess what? I am one of you. So I know what I'm talking about, and I know some of the things that you must be thinking or feeling. So we're going to discuss this topic today. We're going to get down to the bottom of it, and I'm going to show you why you are wrong. It is not unattainable. Guess what? You can improve your physique. You don't have to stay stuck at skinny. You can actually put on a little bit of mass, put on some muscle. So stick around and listen. This is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. Now, I have always been skinny for as long as I can remember, and anyone who knows me or who has known me for any amount of time, for a long time, will tell you that I've always been skinny and small. But I made a decision that I was going to start building some muscle. I made a decision that I was going to put on a few pounds. I made a decision that I was going to be more intentional about my health and my fitness. And let me just say something. I don't make it a point to get on camera and pull off my shirt and prance and pose and preen, because that's just not my thing. But if I took off my shirt, there would be some eye candy for you to see. So I know how to get this done, and I know the things that you have to do, the things you have to be thinking in order to make it possible. And in fact, not only possible, but probable for yourself. So let's jump right in. So the desire that you have is just very basically, you want to stop being so skinny and you want to build some muscle. Simple enough. What I think derails people is that they're looking at the problem from the wrong end. So they see somebody with a fantastic body and they think to themselves, wow, it will be nice for me to have that for myself. And they're just focused on what they see visually. But what I want you to do is refocus, okay? Understand that whenever you see someone with a really nice physique, that's because they have certain habits of character and action that have produced that physique. And so what I want you to think first is, what kind of person must they be? And what are the things that they must be doing to get that body? Because once you start thinking of it in that way, you will soon realize that you can duplicate that. Understand something very, very simple. The body is a byproduct. It's a byproduct. They didn't start out that way. When you see a huge mountain to climb, you don't just climb the mountain in one fell leap. You take it step by step by step by step by step by step. And I guarantee you, when you see people who have really, really nice bodies, they took it step by step by step. They were climbing that mountain slowly but surely. And you don't see that on camera. They don't capture all that work that they do on the camera. They can't capture all those hours, days, months, and years. Okay? But believe me, that's what it takes. So this is not going to be about some 7-day plan to do this, or 30-day plan to do this, or 8 weeks to some amazing result. No, forget all that baloney. This is going to be about you making a decision to get in the gym and do things that build your character. Okay? By doing those things, your body will physically transform. It cannot not happen if you stick with it. Let me repeat, it cannot not happen if you stick with it. I don't care how skinny you are. So I'm going to give you, this is not going to be a long video. So I'm going to give you a very brief breakdown of the framework that you need to start applying to get this done. The very first thing that I want you to do, number one, I want you to evaluate your routines. And what I mean is, during the week, do you set any time aside to work out in any way? If not, guess what? Number two is, you need to make time to work out. You must commit to this, okay? Number one, evaluate your routines, okay? If you are not currently making any time to work out, then number two, you must make time to work out, okay? What is the third thing? You're skinny, right? Well, guess what? I'm not going to make this too complicated. I'm just going to tell you, eat one more meal per day. Just eat one more time per day, okay? I'm not going to get into a bunch of minutia about, how much protein and carbohydrates and fat and all that stuff, because at this point, that's way too much detail for you. You're just starting out. All you need to really focus on doing, just eat one more meal per day. Later on, after you've been training a while and after you get more advanced, then you can get into more of the minutia. But one of the mistakes that I see people make is they say, I want to get in shape. They get onto some training program and it's too many details at once. And it's too much to follow and keep up with, too much minutia, and it's overwhelming. And so I don't want you to overwhelm yourself. Keep it simple. Eat one more meal per day, whatever that is, because you're going to have to fuel your body, okay? And you're going to have to actually just take in more calories so you can put on some weight. So I'm just saying really obvious stuff here. You just need to do it. Okay, number four. Now, I'm assuming that you've already decided you're going to work out, okay? So the number four is, after your workouts, make sure that you get some protein. Now, me personally, I live in Japan, and so tofu is readily available pretty much everywhere. And so that's my kind of go-to protein source. Number five, be extremely patient. I already mentioned this before. This is not 30 days to such and such, or 1 week to such and such, or 3 months to such and such. No, this is in perpetuity. You say that you want to stop being skinny. You want to put on some pounds, build some muscle. You're saying that to yourself, right? That's not me saying, that's you saying that to yourself. That's why you're watching this. Well, okay. You're going to have to be patient, and you're going to have to take these actions in perpetuity, okay? That means this time next year, you're still going to be doing this. This time, the next year after that, you're still going to be doing this. Maybe at a higher level, but you're still going to be doing it, okay? So I hope I've kept this simple, because what I'm trying to do is just give you some inspiration to start. And I'm trying to just keep it simple so that you're not overwhelmed. I want you to understand that starting actually is not that difficult, especially if you just keep it simple in the beginning. Make a decision to work out. Start working out. Start lifting some weights. Eat an extra meal per day, okay? Make sure that you get some extra protein after your workout, and then be extremely patient. Stay in it for the long haul. Go back to my example of a mountain. When you're climbing a mountain, it is step by step by step by step by step. Anytime you see someone on TV or in a magazine who has the perfect body, I am telling you, that is not something that they did in 3 months. It does not work that way. And you have a lot of sensational headlines making these claims, but that is not how it works. People spend years doing that stuff. And I can tell you, it has taken me years, okay? Now, going back to myself for a moment, as you can see, I'm still not a massive guy, okay? I still have a slender frame, but, I have muscles. I got something there for you. So an example would be kind of a famous example would be someone like Bruce Lee. This is kind of an archetype that you can follow. Bruce Lee was not a massive guy. He was not tall by any means. He was not a big guy. But if he took his shirt off, he would have some eye candy for you. He was muscular. He was well put together. He was strong. So I want you to understand that this is possible for you. It's not some miracle, but you have to focus on the actions, the character building habits in the gym that will get you to the byproduct, which is the better body. Stop focusing on the body itself and start focusing on the actions that you need to take. With that said, have a great day. Talk to you next time.